Hello, hello, hello. This is Mommy G again. Welcome to another moment with Mommy G. This time around, I want to touch on mothers and Mother's Day. Yes, Mother's Day has come and gone. And I want to congratulate or appreciate all those children and grandchildren who reach out to their mothers, either in greetings or gifts, um, or visits, or in whatever way. That is what mothers need. They need a warmth of their children. But I wish this could be sustainable. I say so because there are many mothers out there who will not hear from their children or grandchildren again till the Mother's Day comes around again next year. There are some who were just abandoned, whose children did not even think it necessary to connect with them, and who have not even been connected with them for years, which is very bad. This is very sad for mothers, and I will say fathers, who have done all they can to see that you are where you are today. Some gave up their own pleasures, some even so the properties, the only properties they had, to see you through. And now that you are established, or you are doing fine, or at least you are stable, even if you are not doing very fine, but relatively many of you are stable, let me put it that way. Yet you neglect your mothers, you neglect your parents. There are those who will always give one complaint or the other. Their money is not enough, they have to take care of their children, they have to take care of their wives, they have to build houses, they have to invest, they have to, yes, we know all of those. But can you remember that your parents, some of them never ever invested because they were putting the money together to see you through? Can you remember that many of these parents, especially mothers, they gave up pleasures, they could not satisfy their own needs, let alone wants, what they wanted, just because they were hoarding this money, keeping it to see you through secondary school, high school, sending you abroad, and so on. They did a lot of sacrifices. So you should do the same. What I've noticed with young people today is they lack that spirit of sacrifice. They want to be comfortable before they can do something really big for their parents. And you might never really be comfortable. So all you need to do is sacrifice. Okay, there is this mother who said she needed a change of the roof of her house because rain was leaking in. And when she asked the sons or the children, they were asking for time. Oh, give us 2 months, give us 3 months. We are going to look for the money. And she said, I am not giving you even 1 month. Just look for the money and send it. You don't have to go and borrow. Do you know how many times I borrowed to pay your school fees or to give you money for what you need? So you should do the same. There are certain things that could be considered emergency. So you have to borrow. At that time, even if you don't have money, you need to borrow and solve pressing issues. Rain cannot be leaking on your mother's roof. Your mother cannot be sick, or your father, or they have an accident, or they are bereaved. For example, their own mother dies, or their sister, or whoever in the family dies, and you can't send money because you don't have money at that time. You are waiting for when you have money. No, it's not done like that, my children. You have to realize when a need becomes an emergency and you reach out to help. Because if not, they will defeat the whole purpose of sacrificing for one another. And on the other hand, I want to congratulate, as I said earlier, those children who are really doing a great job of taking care on a regular basis of their parents, of their mothers. Sometimes we meet some of these old mothers, older than I'm old, yes, but some of them even older than myself, at the uh, finance outlets like credit unions or banks, and so, and they say they are coming to take their food money, as we call it, a chop money. So I don't come and take my chop money when my picking send them. And the children send the money every month, which is very good. That's what the parents need at this stage, because what they're having as pension for those who had a regular job cannot really sustain them. Many of them are living on drugs, they have ailments, they're going to the hospital every now and then, they have little issues here and there. And those who depend on the farms or working in the markets, now they're old and tired, and they can't uh, uh, generate income anymore to take care of their other needs. I hear some children saying it's a mother's responsibility to take care of the children and not the other way around. So whose responsibility is it to take care of the parents when they are old and weak and they can't take care of themselves? Some say, oh, they were not asked to be born. Anybody who brings the child to the world should be ready to take care of the child and not be dependent on the child. Okay. So do we ask to get old and weak and unable to walk and go on retirement and be sick every day from one ailment to the other? No. Nobody wishes or asks for these things. So we just need to be humane. We just, need to have that human touch to our relationships, either with our parents or with any other relatives or friends around us. For some, you do what you can, but for your parents, you should do what you must do, and especially at the right time when there's an urgency or an emergency. I've always thought, I said, when parents don't take care of their children, the social welfare comes in, the court comes in, they take the parents to court and so on and so forth, and force the parents to take care of these children, sometimes deducting money from their salaries to give to the mothers. And I've been thinking, if the children don't take care of the parents, what happens? Why is the reverse not true for the parents? Any children who don't take care of the parents who cannot take care of themselves, there are some parents who can take care of themselves, fine and good, but there are others who cannot really take care of themselves, especially when they have serious illnesses and other things like that, putting a roof, fixing the roof over their head, or having a decent house and things like that. So who should oblige the children to take up their responsibilities? I think there should also be a system or a mechanism for that. Anyway, all Mommy G is saying that you should check sense. I always say it. Check sense. Do what is right, what is reasonable. Then I mean to suffer for you or your papa, all in youthful days. So when they don't even just pay, they no better money, they go struggle. They know say when picking them big, you go come to the rescue. But picking big, instead abandon them. Is it correct? Is it right? It is not right. So check sense, my dear children. Take care of your parents, especially grandparents too. Some grandparents have lost, their immediate children, and there are only grandchildren left. And most often they are ignored or neglected by these grandchildren. So what do you want the poor grandmother to do? It's your responsibility now, grandchildren, to take care of your grandparents, especially if their own parents are not there. So I hope you listen to these wise words of Mommy G. Thank you, and see you in the next video.